Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we are going to plant some things very quickly because we are kind of in between rains. It just stopped. It had gotten very overcast and started raining. It was very cold when I was planning to go plant some stuff. So I thought maybe I wasn't going to get to do that today, but the sun came out and we're going to go and see what we can get done. I've started plenty of seedlings with like iced latte cups that I save and clean, and containers that you get from store-bought plants and things like that. This is a double action weeder hoe, and it works really well. So first off, there's a couple of things that I need to grab from inside that need to go outside. I think they're in my other tray. So as you can see here, I've got tomatoes and peppers there. I have a bunch of newer seedlings. These are mostly the warmer weather ones, as well as some that I'll be selling to neighbors and friends. And then I have the smaller, like medium-sized tomatoes and peppers down here. They're already outgrowing this space. And then over here, I've got my additional tray with a few other of the ones that I'm selling, and then a lot of the smaller tomatoes, peppers, as well as like this is a cauliflower, so this needs to go out. It's a little small. I've been having some trouble getting it to grow, but I did just buy cauliflower, so I'm gonna put it out because I need the space, and if it makes it, great, and if it does not, okay. I've got baby bok choys also that I was trying to grow inside, but they're not really grown, so I'm gonna put those out. One more leek that just does not want to do well, so we'll see what happens. Some red trumpet cabbage. I've already put a bunch of these out. These ones were just, I started them a little bit later and they're small. I think there's only one in here maybe, but I'll go ahead and put that out too. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and juggle these upstairs, and we're just going to do that, as well as some snapdragons that I found at Costco just a little while ago. Okay, let's get started here. So first things first, I think I'm going to go ahead and put the baby bok choy here because there's a gap between onions that I could put it in. Those won't last a whole lot longer, so they'll come out by the time the onions are doing more, or if I want to put other stuff in. But it also keeps it closer to the white stem bok choy that I already have, so at least I'll know where it is. All right, I'm totally going to mess up my nails a little bit here because I forgot to grab my gloves and we're just going quick. It's fine. They're already not as bright from digging in the dirt and stuff anyway. Oh, there's a sprout over here. What are you? Spinach. Huh. I don't recall planting spinach there. Okay. So I guess I will not put the bok choy here. And I will uncover the spinach. The tough part with the straw is you just want to make sure that if you are starting seeds in your bed that they are uncovered so that they don't get smothered. All right, we'll go ahead and we'll put the bok choy here. I've been really into gardening this year. Like, I enjoy it anyway, and I really like seeing how well I can do. But this year I've just been really enjoying the practice of gardening and just wanting to get out here and do stuff. And it's kind of tough when I run out of things to do, which I'm pretty much out of things to do. That's why I bought some flowers, actually, is because I don't have a whole lot that needs to go out for the next, I don't know, 2 to 3 weeks. And I do think a huge part of why I'm enjoying it more is just because the soil has gotten so much easier to work in. Because we have a lot of clay here, and especially my property has a lot of clay, and I filled these boxes with some of the dirt from other areas of my yard. So it's been a pain in the butt to dig in. Okay, there we go. We'll see how you do. Maybe I'll get a baby bok choy, and maybe I won't. We also just got notified that there's an infestation of invasive worms in the Denver area. So we're supposed to pay attention for those, which is tough because worms are a little bit tricky to tell apart. But we'll see. Okay, let's cover those back up with straw. Okay, so now I gotta figure out, so I've got this cauliflower and it doesn't look amazing. Some of its leaves look a little rough. The newer leaves look great. So I don't know if it's just been having a bit of a hard time or if it's just a weaker plant. I don't want to like have it transfer disease to my other cruciferous stuff. So I'm not going to plant it near my broccoli or my other cauliflowers, which means where to put it. Okay, I think I'm going to put it in this back little corner here. Gotta dig up the dandelion. Okay, because this is over by green onions and radishes and parsley, so I think it should be okay. Since all of these are pretty small and they seem to be struggling a bit, I'm really trying not to disturb their roots too much. Just trying to be nice to them. Oh, hey worm. What do you look like? Not one of those. Okay. So the invasive worms have a very particular look. They kind of look like earthworms where they have the band around them, except their band is more of like a white or gray. And they're called Asian jumping worms or something like that. And they are supposed to really wriggle quite a bit. Okay. Cover that back up. So I don't know if it's squirrels or if it's raccoons. I mean, I have both. And I know the raccoons have been taking the tops off of the oyas, but it's super annoying. I'm honestly about ready to just build like a cage frame around the gardens here, which honestly would be kind of nice too, because then I could bring my cats out to hang out with me while I'm gardening and they don't have to be in harnesses or things like that, because it would be contained. Because nobody likes a harness, but especially Aurora. She snuck out the other day. She's my black cat, because she wants to be outside, but she does not want to wear a harness, and it is just a battle. Okay, realizing I did cover some baby leeks, so try to find those real quick here. Maybe I'll put, let's see, there's no leek there. One there, there's one there. So maybe I'll put this little guy over here somewhere. Okay, he's got like no roots, so I don't know that he's gonna make it, but whatever. Okay, and then I have the red trumpet cabbage. So yeah, there's only one in here, so I just need to find one spot. It's a little tough because it doesn't get as big as like a Copenhagen cabbage or something, but I mean, they still get pretty good size. Let me show you one of the bigger ones that I planted. So I have this one that I planted out a few weeks ago, and then I have this one that has chosen to be green for some reason, and I planted that out maybe a week ago and it's just taken off. So they do take up a little bit of space. I might put it in this box. I don't have a whole lot over here yet. This is going to be predominantly tomatoes and peppers, but I think this could just sneak in maybe to a corner there. Okay, I have a nice little gap here with the onions or the shallots, so I'm going to go ahead and tuck it in right here. Bindweed. So I have containers from Bootstrap Farmer, which if you're into gardening, I'm sure you've started to see these around, and they are so nice. They're so sturdy. They work really well. I've had really good luck with starting my seeds this year using those containers, and I have like a bottom watering tray, and then using grow lamps in my basement. It's been night and day compared to previous seasons. I try to talk about making gardening accessible because I know that there's a lot of initial, or there can be a lot of initial upfront cost. So by all means, you can use dirt from your yard. You can use, I have started plenty of seedlings with like iced latte cups that I save and clean, and containers that you get from store-bought plants and things like that. And it has worked fine. I've still had good harvests. You can go see one of my more recent videos where I talk about the difference between the past years and like slowly building up my garden. But I will say that over time, adding better equipment and learning about the skills and like what I need to be doing, there's been some big change. It's a big difference. So there is still a lot of value in spending the money on the good stuff. What is that? Oh, it's a sage. Yeah, I can smell it now. It's from the sage bush. The sage plant used to be over here and it ended up just like taking over. So I actually moved it over there. Okay, spread some of that out. All right, let's plant some flowers. Oh, I'm sore. I've been doing a lot of yard work and gardening the last week and I'm sore. Okay, so I want to be very conscious of where I put the snapdragons because they do get kind of bushy. They are not small plants. There's already a bee on it. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let the bee have some flowers. I'm gonna go grab some compost. Okay, there's a couple spots I think I'm gonna put some of these. One, I probably need another tool. Okay, hold on. Okay, so over here I've got my rhubarb plants, and then also I had started a bed here. And it has not done well. It has sunk down quite a bit as the branches and stuff that I put in have sunk down. My asparagus is still over here, which never does well. So it needs to be addressed. And I've also determined over the last couple of years that I don't really like coming back over here a whole lot. I have to wedge myself between a lilac and the peach tree. And especially when those get really going in the summer, there's a lot of leaning. And I know I've got spiders out here, like orb weavers, which are so cool. But last year, they took up residence in the peach tree. So I don't really want to go brushing all up into the peach tree. And I just don't come back here. If I have to come back occasionally for some rhubarb leaves, or if my asparagus ever does anything, that's one thing, but I don't want to be here consistently. So I kind of made the decision I was going to put some flowers in here. There's also just a lot of green between the vines, which we had a freeze, so they're struggling to come back at the moment, but this will just be a wall of green in the summer. Between that and all the other plants and the trees, it's a lot of green, and I want to break it up with a little bit of color. These vines also have to be controlled a little bit. They're getting a little carried away. If you ever need to clear a patch of ground from the plants, this is a double action weeder hoe, and it works really well. I probably should go grab another bag, but I don't think I'm gonna. No, I'll be good. I'll go get it. I like to make use of these bags to try to, it doesn't really reduce waste, but at least puts a purpose to it. And I put weeds in them. So I tend to save these. At the moment though, I've got some weeds to put in them. Let's see, that'll go in the compost. 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 So the main thing that I'm deciding is, first off, bindweed does not go in the compost because it will grow. And then if there's any thistles or dandelions. I'm just checking to see if they have flowers. If they do not have any flowers or buds, then they can go in the compost. If they have flowers, buds, or seeds or anything, they go in the trash. Now, one of these weeds, I cannot think of the name of it right now, but I found that this is actually a medicinal plant. I have never tried it, so I don't know. I wish I could think of what it's called right now. But I look at that as also being beneficial to put into the compost. Thistle without flowers. More without flowers. Okay. Bindweed and dandelion with flowers. Now, part of the reason that I'm clearing a lot of this is because I would like to move some of the compost over to my asparagus. Because someday I want asparagus. Okay. That's a little bit better. All right. So let's just do a couple of these. We'll start with the one that I dropped. I think there was still a bee in one of the flowers too. I feel bad. Now this manure compost that I'm using also has a mix of other compost and like wood, forest materials and stuff. So it's not just straight compost. Now this is a side garden that I put in last year. It got a little overgrown by weeds immediately, but the goal is that there will be, let me see if I can show you, a patio. You can kind of see where it's crazy weedy because I've already started digging it up. And then we've got like the sage bush and another peach tree. And I want to build a box for the raspberry that will go there. And on the other side, a box for the blueberry, and then just have like flowers and maybe some herbs in here. So you can see there's vision. It just needs work. Okay. I might work on kind of connecting these two spots here a little bit. I don't know if I can do, yeah, I was gonna say this is good, but it's not that good. So I'm gonna just focus on here. Oh, yeah. Oh, these are the worst. Ugh. Okay. Hi, birdie. So I have a ton of bindweed, if you couldn't tell. And hopefully this year I will be getting some mites that eat the bindweed. There's a city program, and so you can get them, but there's a wait list, so I've been patiently waiting. Ooh, that smells so good. So I've got English thyme and then hot and spicy oregano over here. Let's give them a little bit of compost. Okay, now I just need to water them in. So this is important to do because even though it already rained and it's probably going to rain again, there might be air bubbles in the soil which will prune the roots and potentially kill the plants. So you want to give them a heavy water just to try to push those air bubbles out. I may have to do that a few times over the next few days because it does look like this particular pile of dirt is a little hydrophobic. So it's resisting the water and the water's just kind of running off. Snapdragons are also a little leggy, so after they settle a little bit, I may kind of chop them so that they bush out a little bit more and they're not quite so floppy. Now the question is remembering where I planted everything. Okay, I did a leak here. There's a red trumpet cabbage, 2 baby bok choy, a cauliflower. So it's the cauliflower I'm missing. Right. Okay, and with that, I got things planted out before it started raining again. I saved a few snapdragons for the front, which I will do on a different day. So I'm gonna call that a win. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I know it was just a super casual kind of garden with me kind of video. I just need something easy this week, you know. It's on my period and I was like, I literally can't. So I have a cool concept for a video that I've already started that will be coming out next week. It's about solar punk. And also you get to watch me attempt to repair my dishwasher, which I think goes hand in hand. So if you're excited for that, that should be coming out next week. I'm gonna say should because things happen. But otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, maybe stick around, subscribe. If you want to support this channel, comments, shares, likes, all help this channel grow. But otherwise, I will catch you all next time. And I hope you have a fantastic week. I'm gonna go back inside and maybe play some video games. Ooh, it is perfect timing too, because I just felt 3 raindrops hit my forehead, so I'm gonna hurry.